All right, let's get this over with. I have a hot date tonight. Okay, 5 exercises to help fix a bunion. That's all, just 5. Do these 5 exercises diligently and it will help improve your bunion quite significantly if you're diligent with it. And now this might mean doing it for 3 months, this might mean 6 months, this might mean up to a year or 2 years, depending on the degree of the bunion. But here we go. I don't want to keep you waiting for too long. The first one is basically sliding the big toe out to the side and then letting it come back in, and sliding out to the side and then letting it come back in. This one can be a bit tricky to do, so what I'm focusing on is trying to increase the arch of my foot, and you will notice that that will naturally bring my big toe out to a more neutral position. Now, if your bunion is very severe here, it might not be a bad idea to do this in toe separators as well. The second exercise that you should practice to help correct your big toe is a single leg balancing exercise. Guess what? While bringing that big toe into a more neutral position as you can manage. So stand on that one leg, bring that big toe out as far as you can, just like you practice in the first exercise, and then maintain a single leg balance here. If you're having trouble balancing, you can feel free to toe tap with the other leg. Now, if you have a really hard time moving that big toe, or if the bunion is really severe, you can still practice this using toe separators, and then think about actively trying to engage the big toe muscles to try to move it out to the side. Not too bad, right? The third exercise, it can seem a bit complex, but it's actually fairly straightforward. What you want to do is to get into a starting stance, and you want the foot with the bunion to be your back foot, or the foot that you're working on to be the back foot here. And then from here, you want to just raise your heel up and down, pulsing just like so. And what we are looking for here, what I'm looking for you to pay attention to here, is raising the heel and driving all your weight to the ball of the big toe. Now, if you can guess, I want you to be able to keep that big toe out in a more neutral position, or as much neutral position as you can manage to do, and keep that big toe fixed in that neutral position as you drive the heel up and down and through the ball of the big toe. This is one is super important to help train your body to get you pushing off that big toe, because at the end of the day, this is where you should be pushing off of your weight. And a lot of people with bunion will compensate by pushing off of the other toes, which can cause a lot of compensatory movement that can lead to injuries and aches in the foot or in the knee or in the hips. So really, really work on this. Now, if you're having trouble doing this, as you can guess, feel free to do it in the toe separators while actively trying to get the big toe to stay in a neutral position as best as you can. And the fourth one, we're almost there. The fourth one is heel raises while keeping the knee driven forward. So you're gonna pre-position yourself standing on the leg that you're working on, drive that knee forward and keep it fixed forward. And then from here, raise the heel up and down, so it's going to look like a heel raise. Now, as you can guess, you want that big toe to be as much neutral position as you can manage. And if you're having trouble doing this, like I've been saying, do this in toe separators as well to help you out. Now, this will be also a very good exercise to do to complement the third exercise, because it will work on the arch of your foot to help stabilize your foot muscles, to help improve the positioning of the big toe, to put it very simply. So the fifth exercise is a combination of stretches that will be pertinent to optimize how well you're moving through the arch of your foot to help promote good positioning or neutral positioning of the big toe. So the first stretch is calf stretch. You want to make sure that you're stretching the calves pretty much daily if it is really tight. The other thing that you want to stretch is the front of your hip flexors. You want to stretch this because if your hip flexors is not allowing you to go through optimal hip extension when you're walking, it will most likely also inhibit how well you're moving through the ankle joint to maximize loading the arch of your foot to promote good positioning of the big toe. I know that was a lot of words there, but that's how your body works. Everything is connected, so you want to make sure that you're addressing everything else that could be contributing to the big toe. On top of stretching the front of the hips and the calves, if your ankle mobility itself is also lacking, it's also a great idea to really work on the ankle mobility. Try to improve it as much as you realistically can to, again, help optimize the arch of your foot to promote good positioning of the big toe. So all of these stretches, in addition to the previous 4 exercises, will be extremely helpful for you. Now, I highly recommend that you wear toe separators and shoes with a big toe box to allow your foot to spread out when you are walking to help things move along smoothly. Remember, this will take some time. Be patient with it and it will get better. All right, I said I had a hot day, didn't I? All right, bye-bye.